This is where Tony says, okay, start. Okay, we got you. Let's do it. Are you ready to get into it?
Yes.
Okay, Winter.
Okay.
Today we're here to talk about the difference.
You cannot do this and not laugh.
This is going to be bad. The differences between men and women.
Yes, let's get into it.
Because
let's go.
this is something that you love to talk about, just in general. Like, figuring out how men work is like really what...
because I genuinely want to understand y'all. I don't want to think of y'all as just like stupid people. I want to understand you guys.
Okay, yeah, and that's what, like, literally that's what I think this is all going to be about. Because one of the questions I have is, what work do you think needs to be done to better understand each other, men and women?
That's a good one. So I think to better understand each other, it's going to require long, hard conversation.
Like this one that we're about to have.
This one, and also going through each other's phones.
Oh, well, that's...
And I'm, no. But like in a therapeutic way, in a therapeutic setting. So like, in the sense of like, we are in a setting. You can take my phone, go completely through it, and then you do the same thing. And I just look through it and I'm like, oh, so you actually do have this amount of temptation on a daily basis.
Okay.
So it's not just like, and then you could go through my phone and be like, oh, wow, so you really do got dudes like all up in your phone. Like, okay. Like that would help.
Yeah.
So really deep conversations, which leads to let me go through each other's phone.
Yeah.
Not I just go through your phone and you go through my phone.
Right.
That would help.
And I think that's almost like metaphorical for just like understanding what life they've gone through. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like there's nothing wrong with letting another girl just go through your phone, but it has to be early when you're dating.
Okay.
It has to be early when you're dating, or
so
when
that
you're
way
actually
there's no
going.
Judgment or
there's
like
no
jealousy.
Judgment later.
Yeah.
Or it's when y'all are going through really bad times.
Oh man, you're really pushing the. This is a hot,
hot
take you got.
No, just think about it. If say in this kind of hypothetical situation, you and your girl are going through really bad times, and it doesn't even have to be something cheating. It could be like some girl just popped up and that just caused a sort of friction. Yeah. Or some dude popped up and that caused like some sort of friction. Right. And you can't come to some sort of resolution. What might help is, you know what, let me get a glimpse in the life of your Facebook, your Insta, your text messages to know, well, how often does this happen?
Right.
Is this something you are seeking out, or is it just falling in your lap more kind of often than I think?
Yeah. So
that can be like, okay, so you're not seeking this out. Right. This just happens. Okay, so now that I see what is happening, but I see where the problem is. Okay, now that I see where the problem is, let's talk about this. That's when I feel like it'll really help. Okay. But dudes don't ever want girls to go through their phone.
Right, because men are seeking it out. I don't know what you're expecting to find.
I don't think all men seek it out.
I
mean, you could tell me, do all men seek it out? Because I didn't think so.
I think all men want to find the perfect woman is really what it comes down to. And so
that's facts.
I think is like what they're trying to do is always keep a fishing line out.
Just have a feeler.
They want to have a feeler in case there's any more perfect girl out there in general.
But where that gets into a problem is if you're already like cuffed to somebody else, then your search needs to end.
Well, and here's the thing that men don't realize is that all women...
the search is over. Like, that's the thing. There's no finding something better. You only find something better if this gets fucked.
No.
That's the
this
problem.
Quote that I wanted to read to you. It's from George Carlin. Here's all you need to know.
George, I love him.
Yeah, he's great. Here's all you need to know about men and women.
Okay.
Women are crazy.
Yep.
And men are stupid.
Yes.
And the main reason that women are crazy is because that men are stupid.
Yes! It drives us so fucking crazy. Because the one thing I realize with men is men can be cuffed to somebody but think that they can do the same shit that they used to do while they were single.
Right.
And it's like, well, that is a paradox because you're not a single anymore.
Right.
You're a group.
Yeah.
You're like a twosome now. So you can't act the same way you used to act.
Yeah,
if you're single.
But I think that's easier for, and this kind of goes to like the larger scale type of thing where I think it's easier. I don't know, and correct me if I'm wrong. This is just an opinion. But,
I will correct
But
you.
you're right. It's like the island thing, right? So like a man could go around and just fuck anybody, you know what I mean, and just go around and hang out with multiple women.
Yeah.
Whereas a woman has to be tied to a man for at least 9 months if they want to have a baby together. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So that's where you're easy. It's easy for you to be like cuffed to this one person.
Exactly.
For him, he's like, I can just.
It
shouldn't be as easy.
It should not be as easy because how the fuck do you think I got pregnant? Because your ass didn't want to pull out.
Yeah.
That's the fucking reason.
I need to tiptoe around this conversation. I am going to say some things that are going to get me in trouble.
Get into
I feel
it.
like.
Get into it. We're going to break this shit down right now. We're going to break down the problems.
No, but I love the energy coming into
We're gonna
it
do
for
this.
sure. Yeah,
we're going to break this shit down.
Yeah,
We're going to solve the issue right now.
Is it true that boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider, and
that
women boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider, and girls go to college to get more knowledge? Is that true?
Only if it's your choice.
Okay, all right.
Because there are women that totally go to Jupiter and get stupider.
Okay, all right. I'm glad. See, this is why I wanted you to here to talk about.
I must say, because I'm not gonna be that. I mean, I can acknowledge we got some stupid bitches too.
Right.
Like some of they're my team, but some of the members of the team can be dumb and make us look bad.
This is why I want you to.
I agree.
Like, the follow-up question basically to that is like, settle this debate for us. Is there a better gender? You know what I mean? Is there really like? Is one better?
I think we each have certain things.
Right, exactly.
Like, y'all are better in terms of strength. And I always say this, like, whenever anybody's having any kind of problems, I say this all the time.
Yeah.
Men are hardwired by God or Allah or whomever that you pray to. Because, we're going to keep this inclusive.
Yeah.
Men are hardwired to think about themselves.
Okay.
Women are hardwired to think about others.
Interesting.
You need each other because just thinking about yourself is shitty, and just thinking about others is shitty.
Yeah.
You need both.
You need a little bit of both.
You need a guy to teach you how to care about yourself, and a guy needs a woman to care about other people. So we both need each other.
I think that's really true.
We both need each other.
And that comes out a lot like further down in marriages.
Yes.
When a woman wants to like in a marriage like have friends and go out to dinner parties, and the guy's just like, yeah, but we could just stay here and watch football or something. You know what I mean?
It's like we are hardwired to think about others because we're the ones that give birth. Like our entire shit is like, I gotta check this and monitor this because I got somebody else in there.
I feel that.
Y'all don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
So y'all can just be like, I'm gonna think about me.
Well, and maybe part of that is because, we used to, I don't know if you want to get back this far, but like cavemen or like hunters is like you're around like people, you're fearing for your life all the time.
Yeah, because you're out in the woods.
Right. And like you see people die. And so it's just like you can't care about that person that much.
Well, I mean, women see people die, but
that's
just
true.
in this way instead of like a this way.
Yeah.
Like women see people die. Like it happens.
Yeah, no, that's
but
true.
I think though, to get back to the original funny quote with the Jupiter, which is I'm gonna put that on my Twitter. I'd never heard of that shit in my life.
Never heard that?
No.
That was like a big thing in like third grade.
I don't remember this.
Okay.
I don't remember that. But like I think it's all of which side that you're on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think all men just go to Jupiter. But I think it's harder for men to not go to Jupiter.
Okay.
It's harder for them to not go.
Yeah. I was expecting a loyalist answer to your gender. It's fine.
But it's like, it's harder for them because men can be stupid and still get access to all the good shit.
Yeah. No, you're right. All right. You're right.
They can be stupid.
Right. We are allowed to be stupider.
Yes, you're allowed to be dumb.
Right.
God forbid if we're dumb.
Right.
Because how the hell can we get a man and raise a child if we're stupid?
If you're attractive.
Okay, hold on. Let me let that process for a minute.
Okay.
There is a pretty privilege that exists for guys and girls.
I'm glad we can acknowledge this.
Yes, whoever's out here being a disillusioned hoe, you already know how I feel about disillusioned hoes. They all need to be shot. A disillusioned hoe
Tell
must
'em.
be shot. I don't give a shit if you're a man or a woman.
Right.
Ain't nothing worse than a disillusioned hoe.
Right. Would you like to
Like,
elaborate on?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, this is my favorite subject. Okay.
Yeah.
So a disillusioned hoe, the clearest example is any woman or man
Okay.
that is obviously out there showing they shit, and people obviously look, and yet they get offended that people are looking.
Right.
Like those classic, like, Instagram hoes that post in lingerie and a bathing suit with the underboob. I don't know where the underboob came from. That could go. I don't know where that came from.
No, that's one of the
It
other
must have been from some chick from the Itty Bitty Titty Committee trying to fool y'all. That's the new Wonder Bra
She
or
was trying to
something.
fool it, yeah. She was
Yeah,
trying to
like,
fool
because I
somebody.
was looking, I'm like, when did this underboob be a thing? What the fuck is that?
No, but that's part of one of the
Yeah.
quotes that I had was Chappelle, and he was talking about, listen, like, you're allowed to dress, like a hoe, and you're
You
not.
wearing a hoe's
That doesn't mean
uniform.
that you're a hoe. But yeah, but you're wearing a hoe's uniform. If I was
That-
wearing
yeah.
a police officer uniform,
Yeah.
somebody came up to me and asked for
It's
help.
it's like me getting mad if I'm wearing a J-Lo level cut top.
Right.
And you can clearly see my titties. You can clearly see them. That's like me getting mad that everybody's looking. I'm like, well, bitch, I got my titties hanging out. It's like a guy walking around in a thong with his ass out and his dick just stuffed in there and getting mad everybody's looking. Well, dude, you're letting your dick breathe in front of us.
Yeah, and usually it's gay men that want people to look at them.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
what I'm
fine,
like. You don't just wake up and wear that like it's gym shorts. Like
Right.
you chose to put that on.
Right.
That's a disillusioned hoe.
Okay.
Like a girl out here that knows she fucking 30 different guys, and that's fine. Live your truth.
Right.
I'm cool
And
with
that's-
that.
yeah,
As
exactly.
long as you're safe,
Right.
as long as you're being safe and you're
Right.
not lying to people. Don't be out here lying.
Yeah.
But you can be a hoe all you want.
I love it. Yeah.
But don't be out here being like, why does no one take me seriously?
Yeah.
Well, maybe if you got the dicks out your mouth every 2 seconds, then maybe they will.
Okay.
What?
No, it's true. It's true. I like it.
It's so true.
Yeah. Okay. So the other part of that quote that I wanted to address was a woman's test in life is material, and a man's test in life
that
is
Chris
a
Rock
woman.
joint?
No, that's part of the same Chappelle
Oh, that's
thing.
Tim Chappelle? I was
Yeah,
like,
and a man's test in life is woman, and that's what I wanted to
I've
get
been
you.
thinking about that too.
Okay.
Because a lot of Dave has been popping up for me recently.
Okay.
Especially after, like, this whole.
They're listening to your conversation.
Will Smith. Literally, this Will Smith thing with the Chris Rock and the slap and everything. I think it's the opposite, actually.
Oh.
A woman's test in life is a man, and a man's test in life is material.
And kind of like money chasing.
Yeah, money chasing.
Interesting.
Because men are not taught that they need women. Men are taught that they need women after they get everything that they already need. Women are the last thing. Men are taught that you need to get money, you need to get a house, you need to get a car, and then you need to settle down. Then you need that shit.
Yeah.
Women are taught you need to find someone to help you. Not in the
That does
sense
make
of like,
sense.
not in that Chris Rock way, because he said his grandmama told him when he was young, a broke man is like a broke hand. I don't think we're taught like that anymore.
Right.
Like, we're not taught like that. But I think that a lot of our value is based on men, just naturally.
Okay.
Because if we're a woman and we got all that shit, but we're single, they're looking at us sideways. But if a man has all that shit and he's still single, it's like, oh, well, he's still looking. He's still trying to find
He's still
people.
trying to figure it out.
So it's like,
Well, I wonder
think
if that's been changed. I wonder.
it might have been changed.
Yeah, I
I'm
wonder if
pretty sure
that's-
that back when he was younger, that was really what it was.
Right.
But I think a lot of that also has to do with perception.
Okay.
He just, because he's a guy,
Right.
he's naturally going to say, we don't get nice cars because we like nice cars.
Yeah.
It's like, well, yes, you do.
Right.
And the fact that it happens to get a bitch is a bonus. Because what nice cars do is they don't just bring you bitches, they bring you alpha male status to other men.
Oh, yeah.
That's why men
Yeah.
like nice
And that's kinda
cars,
plays
to
into the-
look like they that nigga on the street.
Right. It
not-
plays into the material.
and if women like it, that's a bonus.
Right.
But that's why they do it. It's not just for women.
Yeah.
You
No.
you get it to look like you're awesome. You
Yeah.
really think that Drake wants all them cars just like for all these women. Drake don't gotta do nothing.
Yeah,
and
that's a
still could
collection
get
for
women.
him.
And that's just a collection.
Yeah,
that's nothing.
Yeah,
but fact that he has more cars than say Fetty Wap,
mm-hmm.
that's a bonus.
Right.
That's what he got it for.
Yeah.
But the fact that the women like it too,
mm-hmm.
that's even better.
Yeah, well, and part of that would be, having the more attractive woman as part of being that alpha male.
That's
or
where
whatever.
a lot of that is. Like a lot of guy, and again, I don't judge men too much because a lot of it is the society.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, because I watch these crazy shit, and you should watch it.
Okay.
It's hilarious. It's the Jubilee middle ground stuff.
Okay, I've never heard of it.
It's the concept of it is you take two opposing people
mm-hmm.
and you try to find middle ground on something.
I do love that.
So
That's good.
they've gotten Trump supporters and immigrants, which was hilarious. They've gotten flat earthers and scientists, which was like the weirdest shit ever because these people really do believe the earth is flat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, you got pro-life and pro-choice.
Yeah.
You got Bloods and the Crips.
Mm-hmm.
You got felons and cops. Like they do everything.
But did they have like a hardcore feminist and then like
yes.
Okay.
But and they got like 4 of those. But the crazy part was it was a feminist versus men's rights.
Oh.
And I was like, men's rights.
Yeah, what's men's?
But it's like a lot of people think that now if you're a feminist that you think that you're better than men. And I'm like, no. What we're trying to do is break down that patriarchy, which fucks with me and fucks with you.
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't just fuck with us.
I like that. Yeah,
like
I don't think men think about that enough, how the patriarchy fucks with them. Yeah,
like it does fuck with y'all.
Yeah.
The fact that in family court, y'all are automatically seen as y'all can't raise no child.
Mm-hmm.
That's
that is pretty
fucked up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Also, like the whole idea of like women can't be rapists.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That
Women can
fucked up.
absolutely rape.
Yeah.
They absolutely can rape.
Yeah.
So I'm like, y'all face kind of problems.
Mm-hmm.
It's just important for men to know y'all problems are not as tough or as many as our problems.
Yeah, the quantity for sure.
Yeah, the quantity.
Yeah, but again, I think another part of that is saying that I think it's hard for some men when they face a problem like that to admit that they have that they're like going through that. You know what I mean?
Because they're like, wait, like my problems, and I'm like, we're not saying that your problems don't matter.
Right.
We just want you to have self-awareness.
Right.
Oh, it goes back to that disillusioned hoe.
Yeah. Don't be.
I'm texting my mom just in case. Yeah, I'm gonna say but what we got next?
Okay. Yeah. No. I mean,
we're gonna title this "Disillusioned Hoe."
Disillusioned.
That's what we're gonna title
this. I'll title it that. Yeah. So I mean, when it coming back to like the idea of trying to get women and men to understand each other a little bit better, what do you think each gender is best at that they can, put towards that goal? You know what I mean?
I think
so. It's like, yeah, we're stupid, and I think one thing that, like, say, a woman might want a man to do to understand her better would be listen to her feelings and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's hard for a man to really care because women care about feelings way more than we do.
Yeah, that's true.
And I mean, and that's not true. I have feelings, and I value those feelings.
But y'all are often taught to ignore your feelings.
That's true. Maybe that plays into the patriarchy.
Worse.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what's even worse.
Mm-hmm.
I've read a study somewhere, and I hope it was real, or I hope it was not real, really, because this makes me feel terrible.
Yeah.
That the reason why men live shorter than women is because they're more stressed out from lack of showing emotions. And by you holding that in, that actually sucks years out of your life.
Yeah.
And I hope that that's not true, but it probably is. And that just really fucked with me.
Yeah.
But I think that what men need to work on is listening and really breaking down ego and pride. because men are taught that you need that in order to survive. Like, you need to have pride all the time.
Yeah, that's one of the core values.
And women are not taught that. We are taught that you better not have pride, bitch, because how the fuck are you going to get anything?
Right.
Because people are going to think that you're bossy as shit. How do you expect any man to deal with you or any person, period, to deal with you if you have ego and pride? Because then you just end up being the biggest bitch ever. Like, and no one wants to deal with. Men are taught, oh, no, you need that shit. You should much rather die than lose your pride.
Right.
That's why for men, it's harder. I told my dad this, and this fucked him up.
Okay.
There are two types of men when it comes to pride. Because that pride does help y'all.
Sure, yeah.
It helps you. But when it comes to being cuffed, it does not help. It does not help.
Right.
And that's innately difficult. So for men, like, you have this, all right, this drink right here, this is a man's pride. Imagine it's like all the way up to here. So it's like, it's literally, it's not like this little, like, it's actually giant up here.
My pride's bigger than your pride.
Oh, absolutely. Once I drink this, like, this is absolutely what it is.
Right.
So this is a man's pride right here.
Sure.
And say that they have this in like their hand. Their girl tells them, your pride is fucking us up. And he's like, okay. And he goes off. He drinks that shit. He swallows it and he deals with it. Then he comes back and he's like, babe, look, it's gone. And you're like, great. Now let's work on this.
Yeah.
But then you got another type of man.
Okay.
Who has the pride like this. And they're like, okay, so you're basically telling me that I am the reason why we are fucked up. Like, I am the reason why we are messed up.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, but bitch, it can't just be me. Like, you also got to be doing something.
Yeah.
And it's like, no. Like, it's also you.
Okay, yeah.
And they can't let it
They can't swallow any of it.
They can't.
There's got to be a middle ground, though, right? Where they swallow half of their pride. But here's the thing. It is a we. And so we covered this is men need to work on their pride and ego.
Yeah.
What do you think that women can work on to help?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I'm lying. Women, this is a good one.
Yeah.
Because we do spend so much time thinking about what they need to do.
I know.
This is a good one. This is good. What do women need to work on? I think what women need to work on is being a little bit more, not getting frustrated as easily.
Being
I
more
know
patient.
that that's hard because stuff that is abundantly obvious to you, because to us it means nothing. Just give that pride up. Let this drink fucking go. Bitch, I'm really trying and I fucking can't.
Yeah.
What you mean you can't? Just drop it.
Yeah.
I'm trying, bitch. You want to help me? Like, you can do that.
Yeah.
It's going to require patience.
Right.
But ultimately, also recognizing it's something you can't fix either. Because there's nothing worse to a woman when you know what the problem is, but there's absolutely nothing that you can do to fix it.
Right.
You can't do anything. Because we're taught to be the fixers.
Right.
It's our job to fix everything. We, fix the dinner. We, fix the laundry. We, fix the food. We do this. So when you see the person you care about, you know what the problem is, and you know this is a problem that they can only solve on their own. You have to know to let that person go and let them figure it out.
Well, especially a guy is going to be like, I have to do this on my own.
Yeah,
You
have to.
Yeah.
And I think, and men need to realize that too. You can't expect a woman to help you with everything.
Right.
Getting rid of your pride is what you have to let go on your own. Like, I remember Jay-Z said in a footnotes for 444, there's nothing worse for a man than looking at a person you care about and seeing the pain you caused on their face and then having to deal with yourself.
Right.
That sucks.
Yeah.
And I bet that does. I bet seeing Beyonce, the baddest bitch ever, crying and upset and probably doing this in your face because of some shit
That's a middle finger
did.
for the listeners out there.
Yeah, that's for you guys. But seeing that, you got the baddest bitch in the world, and you look like a burn ass Joe Camel, and you got the baddest bitch, and you got these 3 beautiful kids. Well, I think you only had 1
at the time.
But yeah, at that point, you got this beautiful daughter, got the baddest bitch as your wife,
right?
And you fucked it up.
Yeah.
You fucked it up.
Damn.
I bet that's terrible.
It is, yeah.
I bet that's awful.
Well, and that's, it's just like...
And he had to let that pride go.
Right.
That's what that whole first song on the album was. What was that first song? Was it Kill Jay-Z? Was that first song?
I don't know.
I'm about to look this up right now. Hold up, listeners. We're about to check this. 444. Okay, here we go. Let me get the album, not the actual song. Right. Yeah, Kill Jay-Z. That whole first song was about him killing his ego. It was Sean Carter talking to Jay. And Jay's the egotistical asshole, and Sean Carter is the actual person.
Interesting.
And that's what that was. And that requires a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean, especially...
It's hard for men to do that.
Well, and
women don't realize that. It really is hard.
I think the hard part is not... Because like you said, well, we talked about it in class too. I think you do need to have a little bit of ego.
Oh, you do. Absolutely.
And
you
so,
must have it.
I think
you must have it.
The issue lies in not... is tampering your ego, right? The issue, because it's like, where do you find the balance? It's like, how much can you tear yourself down without taking your drive away? You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a balance.
Right.
So it's probably not completely getting rid of the pride, but it's just knowing when to let it go,
right,
and knowing when to hold it.
Right.
And realizing with your woman or with your partner, you got to let that shit go.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think that being cuffed thinks that you don't have to compromise anything. You shouldn't have to get rid of anything. You shouldn't have to change anything. And it's like, no, you do.
Right.
No person, cause and I don't say this to boast, but my parents have been married for almost 30 years. And I bet you that they are not the same people that they were when they met in college that they are now. And they're late 40s, late 40s or early 50s. God, I don't remember my parents' number. It's that's who they are now. You're fooling yourself if you think you can be with somebody for that long and not change jack shit.
Yeah.
Even if you just think about it, even, I hate to bring this to this, but even sexually, I would say men get more bored sexually faster than women do. Because we're all up in oh, we love you, da-da-da, so we can linger on a little bit longer. Men get bored a little quicker. But also women get bored. You're fooling yourself if you think you can do the same type of fucking throughout your whole time.
Right.
That's just dumb.
You gotta switch it up.
You gotta switch it. I mean, but don't do anything crazy now.
Don't do swingers.
No, that's when. No, we gonna also rope that in here. Rope that in here. Yeah. Being more passionate and changing it up does not mean bringing other people to the party.
Okay.
If you're bored sexually, that means let's figure out, why are we bored?
Right.
Why are
because
you
it's
bored?
usually a
It's
psychological
a thing. It's not ain't nothing changed. It's not I got yeast infection and you got ED or something.
Yeah.
No, something mentally happened.
Right.
And let's figure out what happened.
Right.
Is it because we had that one argument where you really pissed me off?
Yeah, you emasculated.
Yeah, I emasculated you or you defeminized me.
Right, yeah.
Did you or was there a moment while we were already fucking where you kind of said something that made me feel like a hoe or something? Yeah. Or was it just something completely unrelated? It could have been your parents or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I just want to say this conversation about sex started with your parents. Just, throwing that out there.
I have never walked in on my parents, thank God. I've never had to deal with that trauma. Whoever has, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But I've never had. Have you had to deal with that?
I mean, not explicitly.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
okay.
not explicitly.
Because I have friends that have seen it.
Yeah, I mean, I've just not walked in on it. Yeah,
I have friends that have walked right in the middle.
Yeah, one time I came home. I was surprising my parents. I came home from college. And I forgot it was their anniversary weekend. And I was like,
how did you forget that?
Bro, I don't keep track of my parents' anniversary.
I remember my parents' anniversary.
Well, good for you. I'm glad you're involved in their relationship. I don't know. I was excited to come home. It was the first time that I came home from college after I went. So it was a big deal. But anyways, they were happy, but it was just yeah, it was, and not good timing.
Not good timing.
Not good timing.
Not good timing.
Anyways, I'm glad that they're, doing their thing or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. And
my dad's gonna listen.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Mr. Steve. Hey. You did not traumatize your son. No. Great job. Great job.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, I think that's the problem because a lot of men want it all. They want everything.
Mm-hmm.
And just because something is boring, that doesn't
Mm.
mean add somebody in. But that's also true of women too.
I think,
Don't
but in the
add
sense
like,
that,
Michael B. Jordan in.
yeah.
Like, don't add that.
Well, but I think in the sense that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in the sense that men want it all in, like, they want everything.
Everything.
But women want it all from the one person.
Yes.
Right.
We want it all from you.
Yeah.
We want the notebook.
Mm-hmm.
We want
Right.
partition.
Yeah.
We want everything.
Right.
We want from the sluttiest of the slut to the most romantic.
Right.
I can't live without you. I can't breathe without you. I don't. And I wanted to ask men something.
Okay.
You're going to speak on
I'll
behalf
speak
of
on
all
behalf
men.
of men
Yes.
right now.
Do men want that super romance too? Because our feeling is y'all only want the slutty shit.
No. I mean,
No?
I think it definitely depends on the mood, and of course, like, it has to be with the right woman. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like, I mean, it depends if you're a romantic too. I mean,
I guess it's true.
because, like, I really, like, personally for me, like, I would love like a
Notebook kind
well,
of
yeah,
vibe.
like a thing where we miss each other and then we come back and we get each other for like a day and then somebody gets shipped out. Not like, I'm sorry, but like love letters and like shit like that.
Oh, you want that? Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But that's like a romantic thing, and I don't think romantic. It depends. That's a different conversation.
No. The entire perception that women have, and I hear this a lot, is that women want the romance and
Right.
men just want the slutty shit.
I think men probably want more slutty shit than romance. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But there are some times where the romance comes in.
Okay, well then this is how you can help all women out here.
But it's
now.
if women become romantic for us. It's like we don't want to put in the effort to do the romantic.
Well, then how
shit.
come we have to do it first?
We'll do it first. What do you mean?
Yeah, how come I have to be the kind of romance like linchpin to start it? How come I gotta be
that's because
three
you're
Mississippi?
basing that off of the men that you've been with.
No.
Because I feel like what the romance part is, men have to court the woman first, and that's where we are romantic first.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But you said now that we only want that if you actually give it first, because we're not just gonna do it. That's what you just said.
Kind of.
So that's why I'm like, why?
I just meant like
why
further down in a relationship.
Yeah,
I thought we were talking about.
Yeah. I mean, like that's like what I mean. Why is it that further
Because
down?
we already got.
Once you've already cuffed me,
Yeah, because
why does the effort stop? Why does the effort stop?
Because that's where the romance came in for, is to cuff you, and then.
Yeah, but now that you got me, you're just done.
No.
Then that's the problem. We're getting somewhere, folks.
We're getting somewhere.
And I know you don't speak for all men, but now this is making sense. Men put all the work in just to cuff you, but then once they cuff you, that kind of effort and drive is gone.
I mean, and it's not completely gone. I think there's like points where, like it gets reignited. It's like that's kind of what we're talking about. Is like you have to work together on, it kind of sucks, actually. But it's like it takes, like, as a man, you have to realize that you're not putting any effort in, maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like what we're talking about is like we both have to work on maybe trying to get me, it's like, it is me, like, it is us, right? Maybe trying to get us to think about that stuff again and really reignite it in our mind. It's like, okay, why did I want to do that initially? Because it wasn't just to get in your pants, you know what I mean? It's because I love you.
Yeah, and I really feel that way. It wasn't just to get in our pants.
Right.
But I think, because I was watching, this is why I miss Trevor Noah so much. I miss him so much. He said something which is, like, men, like, are super complaining, and it is complaining, that they are not getting as much sex as they need or they want or something like that. Like, I don't remember exactly, but he totally said that, is it possible that men are craving intimacy but only know how to get it through sex?
That could be it.
So I'm like, that could be another thing, because I find that men are only the initiators when they want sex.
Right.
Other than that, they're like, okay, I don't know what to do here. Like,
Yeah.
I guess I'm supposed to give you flowers. Like, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that could be it.
Right.
But that takes a lot of like in depth putting that
Well,
pride
exactly.
away.
And I think, part of that is like, so also we're very single-minded. We're very like single-minded people.
Yeah.
So like when your goal is to be romantic and cuff a girl, then you put that effort in. And then once you're in that, then maybe you think about work and that your next goal is with work or something. Or your next goal is with... Yeah, maybe.
Yes.
But do you understand what I'm saying? Is like, it's hard. I don't know. It shouldn't be as hard as it is.
Yeah.
But I think, again, that
That's
takes a lot of
interesting,
effort.
though.
That takes a lot of effort for us to like really go full in with
And
a
then
woman.
once you get it, it's like, all right, I got it now.
Well, and it's not like
Okay.
you consciously like, all right, I got it. Now
Yeah,
let's
it's like
move on to the next
subconsciously.
thing.
You're like, I want it. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
All right, now I want this thing.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And the next thing could just be like a career goal or like a, a friendship thing or a hobby or anything, that you're working on and want to improve on.
Yeah.
So when you put your focus and effort, your single-minded effort focus towards that, then from the girl's perspective, it may seem like you just don't.
You just don't care about me no more.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Or you're bored with me.
Right. Well, and this is where stories come in, where it's like these couples have fallen out of that romance era, but then it gets expressed and say, like you said, once you both agree we need to work on this together, then the mind can turn back to that relationship.
Yeah.
And it gets reignited. You know
It
what I
does,
mean?
but it takes a lot of work.
It does take a lot of work.
It does take a lot of work. And I've also found it helps to not be around too many opinions.
Right.
Because I don't know about y'all.
Oh, asking other
world.
people about your own shit
Yeah, 'cause
never
for
turns
me-
out for the
Well,
best.
no, I think sometimes it's good. But
Right.
for me, I'm an innately gullible person.
Right, same.
And I feed off of people's energy. So the thing that they give me, I'll probably then think, okay, that's what I want now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm realizing, no, they're saying what I should want, even though that's not really what I want.
Right.
So that's the thing for me. It's like when that time comes, it helps to just be completely away.
Right.
Don't talk to your best friends. Don't talk to your parents.
Right.
Don't talk to your coworkers. Don't tell anybody because it might help you to just really be like, all right, what's going on? This is what the problem is. Because getting other people's opinions could be wrong because like the same way that there are guys, the moment you go to a girl or, you go to a guy and say, like, oh, we're having these problems, the first thing the guy will tell you most of the time, and it doesn't mean that guy is terrible, but their usual first response is, bro, you don't need that.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and leave it, man. Like, the spark is already gone. It's dead.
Damn.
Just go ahead. But I want y'all to know, women are saying the same shit to us.
Oh, really?
They're saying the same shit to us.
Okay.
If like, it's a problem, and it's like, it's usually like our third problem. Men usually say it immediately.
Yeah.
Like, they'll say, like, you don't need that, bro.
Yeah.
After about 3 or 4 times, if we're going to our girlfriends and we're saying what the problems are, they will tell us to dump you too.
Yeah.
They'll tell us, you
don't
need
need
to
that,
drop
yeah.
that guy.
Right.
You need to leave him. You don't need him. What can he give you anyway?
Right.
What has he done for you lately?
Yeah.
Like, all that stuff. Your dad will appreciate that reference. Like, he really will too.
Yeah.
It's like girls are telling us the same thing. Very rare is the girl nowadays that is telling you to stick it out. Girls aren't doing that anymore.
Interesting.
Very often it's, you don't need that man, just leave him.
Yeah.
Just let him go.
Yeah. Because we're in the age of strong, independent woman.
Yes, and many guys see that as threatening.
Yeah.
Which I hate, though. It's not a threat to you.
I find it attractive when there's a strong, independent woman.
Men only find, and most times, I feel like men find it attractive only sexually. Usually when a prime example is when women are making more money than them, men feel emasculated because men are supposed to be the breadwinners.
Yeah.
And it's not
the
like
competition thing.
Yeah, and it's not like
The
I
pride
went.
thing.
Yeah, I never went into this job thinking I gotta make more money than my boyfriend.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking I gotta make money so I can afford my skincare, my hair care, my makeup,
Right.
my shoes,
Yeah.
stuff for my man for when I want something. Where I'm not getting this better job just to like shit on you, like
Right.
crip walk on your ass. I'm not doing it for that. I'm just doing it because I genuinely need a job.
Right.
How else are we gonna pay this rent? How are we
Yeah.
gonna do this?
No.
But men think it's a competition. And I think when we tell them, no, like seriously, like it's not, they just kind of go, okay, it's not. But then that feeling still lingers.
Yeah.
It's like them
Well, that
trying
comes
to
back to
their
the
brain.
pride conversation with the glasses. Like, we
Let it go, gentlemen. Let it go.
Let it go.
Literally how I'm drinking this is how you
listen,
need to drink your pride.
Well, hey, and it comes back. You also need to be patient with us and work with us and accept us.
We can
so
be
that
patient
we can
up
do
to
that.
an extent.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Well, no, think about it. Like,
I know.
if the situation was flipped and
Okay.
a girl had to drop her pride,
Mhm.
in lengths of time, like a week, a month, a year, how long are guys waiting for her to figure it out? Like, I ask a genuine question.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
if you were to actually give a length of time, how long are guys waiting?
honestly, I have no idea.
You have no idea?
I think it's probably different for everybody.
I would say a guy might wait a month.
A month?
A month.
Yeah.
And I might be being generous, but I think a guy would genuinely wait a month.
I don't know about that.
For a girl he really likes.
For a girl he really likes.
For a girl he really loves. Like, I think he'd wait a month. For a girl he really loves.
No. I would think it would give him a year at least. You know what I mean?
Wait, what?
If it's a girl that he really is in love with, I've been in love with a person before, and I put years of patience with a woman before. You know what I mean?
Was it a patience that you needed to give, or was it a patience that she needed to give?
It's a patience that I need to have.
Because I'm like, because usually, because in my experience,
Mm-hmm.
and again, this is only because of probably the people I'm around, but I would say I'm around a good significant amount of people, and most men, regardless of race or age,
Mm-hmm.
they will wait a shorter time than women will wait.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
So what do you think how long do you think a woman would
I think
wait?
a woman would wait a
2
year.
months?
I think a woman would wait a year. I feel like men would only wait a month.
I want to say it's probably half. I would say maybe 6 months for
And
that.
I mean a month in the sense of like they won't date anybody. Men would only wait a month because, men have a more active sex drive and men don't know how to keep that shit down as much. And I don't say that as a diss. I don't say it as a diss. Like, that's really genuine.
It's just facts.
It's just facts. Like, and I think it's the same reason why, because like me and my dad talk about this a lot.
Yeah.
He has a thing. Every football player is sleeping with other women, regardless of how happy he is or like whatever. Most of them are cheating on their girls. And I was like, really, Dad, really? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. And I was like, okay, like even Hurts, the all-star quarterback, number 1 for the Eagles, took us to the Super Bowl, which is great. He's been with this girl that he's with now for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Right? And they seem really happy. And she's super smart.
Yeah.
She's got like a master's degree and some shit. Like,
Yeah.
she's genius. She's not like some just random bimbo or something.
Right. She's not disillusioned.
Yeah, she's not disillusioned. That's
Yeah.
why I love her. I'm like, well, she might be disillusioned, maybe.
Maybe.
Because I'm like, Dad, you think that Jalen Hurts is like sleeping with other women? And he's like, absolutely.
Wow.
And I was like, why? He said, because you're the all-star quarterback of one of the best teams in the league. Women are throwing themselves at you. There's no way that a man cannot have that much temptation.
Yeah.
But he said that about everybody. He
Yeah.
said that about Thor.
Yeah.
And from the outside perspective, I was like, really? I don't think Thor is having sex with other women. 'Cause he constantly posts about his wife. Well, not constantly, but he actually puts her like in post a lot. Like, she's always there for him. He's like giving her that kind of healthy PDA, not that kind of, Cardi B PDA, which I hate, which is another conversation we will have because that kind of PDA I hate.
Right.
But it's like healthy kind, and it's just like, oh, like, I think they really like each other. Like, Dad, I really don't think he's cheating on his wife. And my dad's like, listen, men can turn down sex probably 1,000 times. Men can't turn down sex 100,000 times.
Right.
And that's the sheer volume of women that he's getting.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
But then it makes me as a woman go, well, damn, like, are there no loyal men out in the world?
No, but not all men are getting offered sex.
That's the thing. Like, but then
it's
also, but then it was weird. He said the same thing about Miss Beyonce.
Yeah.
He said,
and that's my thing. You don't think Beyonce is?
I don't. I genuinely do not. Okay. I know. Now I sound like the disillusioned hoe right now. Now I sound disillusioned.
I'm just saying. You
Am
can't
I
turn
doing
that
the Chris
around.
Rock selective outrage right now?
Selective outrage.
Am I?
Yeah, because I've talked to men who think they who think the opposite. Whereas there was a
They think
great
that Jay is completely
no,
loyal.
no, not about that specific situation, but
Okay.
these two, it was like a couple that came over from the state or into the States. They built a business and they got rich together, and it was this beautiful love story. And then 35 years into their marriage, he found out that she started cheating on him. And
How long in? Do you know?
No, I don't know.
Oh, we don't know the exact specifics.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, at 35 years in is when he found out. You know what I mean? So he's like,
oh, that's crazy.
yeah, exactly. So it's like, I think both sides can be guilty on that front. I think both.
As far as like cheating goes?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course, but I mean in terms of stats, like our stats are different. Like, y'all can turn it down 1,000, but y'all can't turn it down 100,000.
For you, it depends on who's.
We can turn it down 99,000.
But
we just
it depends
can't turn
on
down 1,000.
Right, because
It's
it depends
that
on
I
who
was-
the one. It depends on the one that you get the temptation. That's like,
Yeah.
who was the Creed guy that you like?
Oh, Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, if
If he's watching this,
he's not
want
that.
to
He's
tell
definitely
you,
not watching.
I just want to tell you how much I love you. Like, seriously,
Yeah.
I've loved you since Fruitvale Station. I'm not like these hoes that just popped up and started liking you once you was in Creed. Like, I've liked you from when you were still kind of funny looking. And I'm unafraid to tell you that to your face, unlike that girl on the red carpet that lied to you. I'm being real with you, bro. But I have loved you. So.
Yeah, we'll send this directly to him.
Yes,
we'll get this
can
out
you?
here. Yeah.
Because honestly, I thought I never stood a chance with him. I think I
Right.
might have told you this. I never thought I would have stood a chance with him because he's 10 years older than me.
Yeah.
I was born 97 and he was born 87.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's in a whole completely different league than I am.
Right.
He's 35. That's a completely different time. He's probably going to date a girl who's more like my sister's age who was born in 90.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so he might date like somebody along like those lines. And also it doesn't really seem like he has much of a sense of humor
Yeah.
because he just seems so stiff.
Right.
And I was like,
Call him
okay,
out.
yeah, I'm like, he seemed a little stiff. But then when he started dating Lori Harvey, who's only 1 year older than me,
Okay.
I was like, oh, maybe there is a chance. And she seemed a little stuck up, which is
Yeah.
not really her fault. She was born into like riches that I don't have.
Yeah.
So I'm not super mad at her.
Right.
And then I was like, okay, so I guess there's a chance, but then there's still the funny factor.
Yeah.
And then when I saw him on SNL,
Oh.
he was hilarious. I don't know if you saw him.
No, I didn't see that one.
But he was really funny.
Yeah.
He was really funny. And
So
I didn't expect it.
You got a chance. You're
I
starting.
have a chance
You're
now.
starting feuds out here.
I mean,
That's
listen.
crazy.
But honestly, though, in retrospect, I probably can't date him
Right.
because of the classic ratio. He can turn down 1,000, but he can't turn down
Yeah, he
100,000.
is Michael B. Jordan.
He is Michael B. Jordan. That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
Would you put up with it?
I mean, I've thought about this. Can I put up with it?
Yeah.
And the only way I could is if I was already have somebody else that like I was fucking too.
Okay. If
Like,
had some
you know,
some side
like
bitches.
it, but like I was fucking somebody that was kind of equally as sexy.
Damn.
So like, I'm with like Michael B. Jordan, but I'm like secretly fucking like, Captain America or something.
Yeah. Captain America.
But I'm also
not Chris
fucking
Evans.
yeah, Captain
Captain
America
America.
simply not Chris.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
not Chris.
Right.
Although Chris likes a sister.
All
I
right,
ain't gonna
I think
lie.
we're off the rails a little bit. I think we're off the rails.
This is just
but-
me shooting my shot at
Yeah, shoot your
everybody.
shot.
You
But-
can shoot your shot with
No,
anybody.
well, I
Is there
have.
anybody you want to shoot your shot with?
Not right now. Not right now. It's her.
Megan Fox, he wants to shoot his
Oh,
shot.
she's a little up there now at this point.
Oh, like as in like she's like done for you?
Yeah, I don't know. She had her time. It's
Really?
past. I'm also.
I think she's gotten some work done. That might be
yeah,
why.
that's kind of
Yeah,
But
she's gotten her work
anyways,
done.
no judgment there. She's
Yeah,
attractive.
true.
Who am I to
Yeah.
say? Well, I'm going to turn down Megan Fox.
Yeah. Well, no, I've known guys who would turn her down
Wow.
because of her thumbs.
Oh, yeah. No, I saw that.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing to turn somebody
I
down
didn't even
for.
notice it. Like, how had you noticed that?
I mean, I heard about it, but
But you never saw it like in films or anything.
no.
I never noticed it either.
Yeah, but I saw something about it. But
Yeah.
Witzer, I think this last part that you were just talking about really gives insight onto kind of what what the thing is. But
Yeah.
I know that we're kind of coming up on the time here. I know you
time
gotta
is
leave
it?
at like 6.
Yeah.
And
Do you
so-
want to do one last question? It could be a random question. I'm gonna ask you a random question.
Okay.
Okay. Does a straw have 2 holes?
A straw?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Why?
because there's one object that has one hole through it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Everyone I know says it has 2 holes. I'm like, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
They're like, but it has 2 different sides.
No. If it was, you're just basing it, that's like the length of the cylinder.
Thank you.
It's like, no, that's not, that's a good question, but anyways. But I appreciate you coming out here. I think this was good. We covered a lot, you know what I mean? I don't think there's ever going to be a solid conclusion on this hot topic, you know what I mean?
It's just a lot to unpack.
It's a lot
just
to
an hour.
unpack.
Like,
yeah,
it's just a lot
and
to
maybe
unpack.
we'll come back and do a part 2 at some
We
point.
need to do we need to get
everybody. Yeah, that would be fun. I have a couple more mics we could throw in.
Yes. How many more do we have? Like
I
3
could
more?
I could do like 4 in one.
Just 4? Oh, yeah, that'll work. Yeah.
We could do it. But yeah, I appreciate you coming out. Cheers. I do a little mic bump.
Mic bump. Yes. I hope the radio got that.
Thanks.